Hello, everyone, and welcome to the mind bending episode where we dive into the fascinating concept from physics to philosophy, the grandfather paradox. So, this episode is basically in English language, but um, if our majority subscribers say that we should continue in English language, we will surely upload the next episodes in English or proper Hindi language. But for the convenience for our South Indian and outsider subscribers, we are making the very first episode in English language. So, in this very first episode of our space science series, we are going to explore a question that has puzzled scientists and storytellers alike for decades. What if you could travel back in time and accidentally erase your own existence? So, sit tight and get ready because today you are unlocking the door to time visuality and the biggest paradox of all time, the grandfather paradox. Let's start with basics. What time really is? Have any answers? Do comment in the comment section. In everyday life, we think that time is something that flows, like water in a river, from the past to the present to the future. But in physics, time is a dimension, just like length, width, and height. This idea comes from Einstein's theory of relativity, where time is the fourth dimension of the fabric called space-time. And just like you can move forward and backward in space, many scientists have wondered and believe that we can move forward and backward in time too. Now let's talk about whether time travel is possible or just science fiction. Thanks to the Einstein's theory of relativity, we know that time isn't fixed; it's flexible. When I think you have already studied about the thing that if we move very fast, like if we could travel almost to the speed of light, time slows down, and this is called time dilation. And around massive objects like black holes, gravity bends the time literally. So in theory, we have already have the tools to move through the time. Scientists have even proposed things like wormholes and closed time like curves like CTCs, and have that could allow us to loop back in the past. Now comes the twist. Even if we could time travel back or forward, there is a huge problem, and the problem is right here, the grandfather paradox. So basically, let's say if you travel back in time and meet your grandfather before he had kids, for some reason you could stop him from meeting your grandmother. That means your parents were never born, and so you were never born. Then, how could you go back in time to stop him? This is the paradox, a contradiction in the timeline, a loop that destroys itself. The grandfather paradox shows us a terrifying problem with changing the past. It messes with causality. Now you will say, what is causality? Causality means cause comes before effect. But if your action in the past erases the reason for those actions, the chain breaks. This creates what is called a temporal inconsistency, where reality collapses. Reality collapses, and that's why many physicists believe you can't change the past without creating chaos. So, but one thing comes with science: the challenge. There are some theories that might solve this grandfather paradox, and the theories are right here. The first one is the multiverse theory, and if you are a Spider-Man or the Avengers fan, you might know about the multiverse thing. So this multiverse theory basically says every decision creates a new universe. And of course, if you have seen the Doraemon and the Doraemon episodes, you might wonder that how could he change everything, and everything is already in that Doraemon episodes. Like if he tries to stop anything, the reality never changes. Something or the other thing comes in the reality, but the reality never changes. So that is the other thing. But the multiverse theory is something different. Like every decisions create a new universe. So if you can't stop your grandfather, you are now in an alternate reality. Your original timeline still exists. You are just branched away. The second comes the Novikov the self consistency principle. So this theory, the principle says the universe won't allow paradoxes. If you try to change the past, something or the other will always stop you. Your gun will jam or someone interferes. Whatever happens, the timeline stays consistent. Nothing will change, even if you try to. The third one, the block universe theory. Time is a solid 4D structure, as I have already mentioned, and everyone knows that we consider time as a fourth dimensional something. So it has past, present, future, and all exist together. So free will is an illusion. Maybe we are living in a matrix and free will is an illusion, and everything is already fixed, just as Krishna has said in the Gita, that you can't change anything. Even if you are changing that thing, that changing is also fixed. That you are going to change, that is also written. So you can't do anything on your own. Everything is already mentioned, and even if you are thinking to change anything, that is also written, and including your journey into the past. So the grandfather paradox isn't just a crazy story. It's a serious scientific challenge to our understanding of time, space, and the universe. In the next episodes, we will explore how real physics deals with time travel. Can we build a time machine? How about wormholes and quantum theory? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel, and if your brain's still intact after the paradox, let me know in the comments. If you could travel back in time, what would you change, and will you like to change everything that has happened in your past? And what are your thoughts on time travel, and what do you think, how can we contradict this grandfather paradox, and how can we actually travel back in time? Is traveling back in time your dream? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.